about the riding styles and all that, but he's doing a very, very good job, though, of putting the bike exactly in a position.
The young German phenom gaining momentum, and Jeffrey Herlings, the ferocious Dutch talent with an explosive style. Both incredibly fast and riding identical KTM machinery, their rivalry promised high tension and intense racing. For Roczen, 2011 was a breakout year, setting fastest times in heat races and winning early GPs, e.g. in Bulgaria and USA. Herlings, meanwhile, ripped through tracks like Valkenswaard in Brazil, showcasing
all the insides, making his teammate work around the outside where he has to, follow where he needs to. And I think actually just through that wave section and downhill, if he hasn't done him by the finish line, Ken Roczen, and he's not going to back out of this challenge either. And he does well to keep his own KTM ahead of his teammate, and Roczen just losing the front on the face.
At the Portuguese GP, the stakes were clear. Both riders were within striking distance of the championship, and tension within the KTM ranks was high. In race 1, Roczen roared into the lead, riding with confidence and precision. Seconds behind, Herlings pressed hard. His aggressive corner entries and powerful throttle kept him in contention. Roczen maintained composure and style, crossing the line first, but not without a visible fight. Race 2 reversed the script. Roczen stumbled mid-moto, and Herlings seized the opportunity. He powered through gritty sections, seizing the mental edge as he passed Roczen, and claimed the moto win. The result? Herlings took overall GP victory. Roczen held strong for a podium. Points were tight, but the psychological impact...
He did last year. And a back marker as well. And that's Sean Mitchell on the Route 77 MVRD Honda. Teammate to Mattis Caro, who I think will be back in Sweden in about 3 weeks' time.
Right, Herlings has got a breather here, Paul. Is he going to win? Who's going to win?
He's made a mistake coming out of that turn as well, and that allowed Roczen back in. It can either go. There's 3 scenarios here. Herlings wins, Roczen wins, or they both end up in a heap.
Roczen's precision versus Herlings' raw attack provided a riding masterclass in strategy, execution, and grit. Their clash held all elements: high stakes, factory tensions, contrasting styles, and a turning point dynamic that influenced their futures. Decades later, this moto still sparks debate. Whose style prevailed, who seized the more meaningful victory, and what might have been had they raced head-to-head again. As fans continue to debate and hope for one more showdown, Agata remains immortal, a beacon of what motocross rivalries should be: fierce, unpredictable, and unforgettable.
We're off between the 2 Red Bull KTMs once again. We've seen it a couple of times this year. Up on the pegs, both riders. Oh, drops a leg there. Early into the turn.
Asserting early control with lighting reflexes and immaculate corner speed. Herlings wasn't far behind, stalking every ripple, waiting. His patience paid dividends. As Cairoli began to inch in a corner, Herlings struck, simultaneously aggressive and clean. Cairoli fought back, and the 2 tangled mid-track. Cairoli hit the deck hard, but he remounted. Herlings pressed on and claimed the moto win, while Cairoli limped to second. Cairoli diplomatically described the incident as unexpected, but later characterized Herlings' pass as quite aggressive. Herlings maintained he doesn't like to make contact, saying it was merely negligible, masked by the wet berms.
He runs down into Cairoli! Oh! Whoa! That was coming to run it down the inside of Cairoli.
In the annals of Supercross and Motocross, few rivalries resonate as deeply as the one between Ricky Carmichael, the GOAT, greatest of all time, and James Bubba Stewart, the revolutionary phenom who changed the game. While they came from different backgrounds and rode with contrasting styles, the convergence of their careers in the mid-2000s created a perfect storm of competitive fire, mutual respect, and unforgettable racing. Their battles weren't just about speed. They were a philosophical clash between 2 ways of approaching racing: Carmichael's relentless discipline versus Stewart's raw brilliance and innovation.
For second place.
And this is just what Stewart didn't need to do. He fell again. He's got it coming right now.
Stewart got incredibly quickly through that whoop section.
Well, I'm so stiff that's why the machine gets through there that much better. But
the season was bittersweet. Carmichael had announced his retirement from full-time Supercross racing, only competing in select rounds. That limited their direct confrontations. But when they did face off, such as in Atlanta, it was magic. That race in Atlanta is still remembered as one of the most iconic Supercross races ever, where Stewart and Carmichael traded the lead back and forth in a display of technique, determination, and mutual respect that fans still talk about nearly 2 decades later. Carmichael would go on to fully retire that year, transitioning into a part-time motocross schedule before stepping away entirely. Stewart, meanwhile, would go on to dominate in 2008 and 2009, but something was always missing. Without Carmichael to push him to elevate the level of competition, Stewart's performances, while still extraordinary, lacked the drama that had defined his earlier years. The Stewart versus Carmichael rivalry wasn't just about who crossed the finish line first. It was a masterclass in how two generational talents can push each other to unimaginable heights. Every time they lined up next to each other, fans knew they were witnessing something rare, something raw, and something real. Their battles weren't about hate. They were about love for the craft, the machines, and the endless pursuit of perfection. In a sport built on fleeting moments and high risk, their rivalry endures as one of the most celebrated and respected in motorsports history. In early March 2018, the MXGP Series made its first South American stop at the rugged, high-altitude terrain of Neuquén, Argentina, the MXGP of Patagonia. It was here that Red Bull KTM teammates Antonio "Tony" Cairoli and Jeffrey Herlings treated fans to one of the most thunderous, edge-of-the-seat battles in recent motocross history.
Cairoli looking, he's almost helpless, and a mistake there from the 9-time champ. What a comeback ride for Jeffrey Herlings. It ain't over till it's over.
Cairoli's going for the waves.
Oh! I tell you what.
Cairoli and Herlings were locked nose to tail. Herlings, known for his relentless throttle control and smooth, aggressive style, capitalized on every opportunity, pushing the inside line and forcing Cairoli wide more than once. Cairoli, with his wealth of experience and unshakable racecraft, retaliated by diving inside in corners, using his veteran instincts to regain control. That closing lap was the essence of motocross artistry: precision, bravery, and tactical brilliance. Brent ADB magazine described it as an epic last lap battle, emphasizing the mental and physical duel played out in only a few turns. Even a 58-second highlight captured the raw energy and tension that defined the moment. The 2016 MXGP of Americas at Charlotte Motor Speedway was set to be a landmark event, marking one of the rare MXGP rounds on U.S. soil. The headliners, MX2 world champion hopeful Jeffrey Herlings and U.S. sensation Cooper Webb, back when he was still racing 250cc. Webb had already claimed the AMA 250MX and 250SX West titles that year, and Herlings was eyeing his third world championship.
Faulkner, Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki. Herlings looking to get down the inside of Webb. There's Herlings up and over the tabletop that takes the riders. His best lap of the race, and Faulkner goes down. He tips over 49.9, and Herlings and
Webb executed a flawless start in race 1, slotting smoothly behind early leader Austin Faulkner. Herlings, meanwhile, took his time threading through the opening chaos before solidifying his position in second. It wasn't long before Forsner crashed, creating a rut where both Webb and Herlings nearly faltered. Webb taken slightly off pace while Herlings used the outside berm to swoop by, landing himself in a dogfight for the lead. But then the Dutch powerhouse clicked through a decisive pass. Webb couldn't match his intensity on the second half, and Herlings pulled clear to claim a comfortable lead, eventually winning race 1 by about...
He's celebrating. He is the 2016 FIM MX2. I spoke to Pit Byra, and the celebrations begin. We're away. MX2, race 2, right, but it's once again, watch Darren Sinai.
Stage for an even more intense sequel. From gate drop, Hurlings took command with a strong start, but Webb carved through the field from a mid-pack position, 19th after turn 1. Lap by lap, he hunted down rivals, showcasing precise and aggressive lines on the distinctive Charlotte dirt. As Webb caught up to Hurlings, the atmosphere crackled. This battle was headline-worthy. They traded blows. Hurlings showing his clinical, flowing European style, while Webb leveraged pinpoint blockers and fearless aggression, framing a breathtaking duel under track lights. The race narrative shifted in Webb's favor. He managed a surge that unsettled Hurlings, and with a decisive overtake or two, claimed the Moto2 win, and with it, the overall GP victory.
Webb, he charges into second place.